Today, we're gonna make a super simple and easy to make bat house. You don't need many tools to do this, and you don't even need a workshop. Stay tuned to see how it's done. Today's video is sponsored by DeWalt FLEXVOLT. Power of corded, freedom of cordless. Today, we're gonna build a bat house, but we're gonna build it without any plans and without a shop. We're here at my local home center. We're gonna go get some wood and supplies, and we're gonna build it right out of the back of my vehicle. I was thinking about using this, but then I saw the rough bandsaw cut pine, and it has a texture to that. And I think I'm gonna go with the texture since we're not gonna put any finish on it, and it's gonna weather and turn gray over time. I want that nice rough texture. Let's set up shop. We got the table saw, DeWalt 60-volt FLEXVOLT battery. Goes in there just like that. Raise the blade. Really nice fence here. In and out like that. You lock that down. We're gonna turn this on. Pretty awesome, right? That's awesome. Battery operated table saw. Same with the miter saw over here, although the miter saw takes 2 batteries, and it comes with the batteries. Check this out. There's 1. There's 2. Sliding compound miter saw, slides back and forth, moves up and down. How cool is that? We're out in a parking lot making a bat house. We're in a parking lot making a bat house. So we're going to make the front of this 18 inches wide. Cut a second piece out, same size. We're making a bat house in a parking lot with no power. Let that sink in. Check this out. It has a light built into it so you can see what you're doing. Comes in real handy on a foggy day like this. These are the 2 bat pieces. They were going to get joined together. We'll do that in a second. I want this to be 18 inches tall, so I'll make my mark there. We'll cut this guy off. This is the same battery used in the table saw, the circular saw, the miter saw goes right into the drill. Got a little pocket hole jig. Gonna clamp right to the board. Got the pocket hole drill bit in there. Cool. We're in a parking lot. We're not in my shop, we're in a parking lot making a bat house. Cool. Now we got one long board. Another thing we have to do to the back is, even though this is already a little rough, we're gonna run this along the table saw and cut little grooves because the bats need a place to land and to claw to on the back here. And we're just gonna use the table saw blade to make these grooves. A couple things that I wanna point out is making all these grooves is a long, tedious process, and you have to stay present the entire time. You don't want your mind to wander because this is a spinning blade. And I'm using this push block. This is a special push block that keeps my hand away from the blade. One more thing is you don't want loose clothing. I do have long sleeves out here, but it's nice and tight, and I know that it's not gonna get caught in the blade. And I'm self-aware of what I'm wearing and where the blade is. Couple more. There we go. Look at that. Now that gets something the bats to cling on to. We're making a bat house in a parking lot. What? So we're gonna cut this off somewhere around. You need one little air vent somewhere on the front. We're gonna do that there. So now what we need to do is make side pieces out of this guy. The side pieces will cover up the grooves, and then the front will attach to that. We're making a bat house in a parking lot. Give us our edges. They don't need a lot of room. They're tiny little creatures. We're making a bat house in a parking lot. Look at that, that's a parking lot. Are you kidding me? All right, so now we're going to screw these pieces on here. I am using pocket hole screws, and I like them for this application because it pulls the boards together because I don't have any clamps with me. I'm using my vehicle for a workbench. Do you know why I'm doing that?
Why?
Because I'm building a bat house in a parking lot. We're going to paint the inside black because from what I've read online, the bats want it dark. I've seen some people use stain, and that didn't make sense to me because the smell of stain sticks around for a long time, and I can't see that being healthy for the bats or something the bats would want to be around. I don't know. Maybe bats don't even have noses. You know what? Hey Chuck, when you edit this, put some weird bat fact on the screen. Woo! Let's heat up and have some coffee. I mean, who builds bat houses in the middle of winter in a parking lot? All right, we're out here, middle of winter, found a pile of snow to use as our spray booth. I think that's normal. Drilled some pilot holes and we're gonna glue and screw this in place. We're gonna leave a little air vent on here, and we'll have the opening down here and a little place for them to grip and to get inside. Right on. Now, we're gonna make a little roof. Man, that thing is powerful. And we're almost done here. We've made all the cuts that we needed to make, and we didn't have to change any batteries on anything. That's been pretty impressive, especially with all the grooves that we had to cut on the table saw. All right, so let's screw on the top roof here. A nice flat roof that sticks out on the edges. Mid-century modern bat house. So this is the bat house. I'm not gonna put any finish on it whatsoever. I'm just gonna leave it as is. I'm gonna let it get gray and weathered over time. Yeah, it's not gonna last decades, but that's gonna be okay. We haven't figured out where we're gonna put it yet. It's either gonna go on the top of our garage or maybe even higher up in a tree. So I don't have any mounting hardware on here just yet because we haven't figured out the best spot. We gotta do a little bit more research to see what type of trees they like and the placement of it. This makes a great first woodworking project. You don't need a shop, you don't have to have a bench. All the DeWalt tools makes this really portable. You can do this anywhere. You can do this out of the back of your truck. You can do it in your backyard. This is a really simple project. We made this in what, 2-3 hours? We could have done it quicker if we would have done some better planning. So all butt joints screwed and glued together. It's gonna be great. Bats eat thousands of mosquitoes and other pests that you don't want in your yard. And so we welcome bats. We already have bats living in our area. We see them flying around all the time at night. Great if you have gardens and a nice backyard and we really like to hang out and you don't want all the mosquitoes. I would like to thank DeWalt for making this video possible. These tools perform amazing. We never changed the battery once. All the batteries are interchangeable between all the tools. Awesome stuff. Merchandise for sale on my website, including these sweatshirts. We got t-shirts. I've written a couple books. I got them for sale. I got plans for sale. We got free plans up on the website. If you like what I do, you can support me on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Picciuto, where we do hangouts, we do weekly giveaways. There's behind the scene footage and also a vlog, so check that out. Guys, this was awesome. If you're just getting into woodworking, this is a great first project. As always, be safe, have fun, and make something.